All right, we're live. Let's give people some time to get in. Hopefully the audio and video and everything is pretty good. Just gonna turn down the music a bit. Oh yeah, I just realized in the beginning of the streams, maybe the people who are watching this after the fact are seeing this beginning part. So as we give people time to get into the stream, I just wanted to kind of go over my idea behind these Ask Me Anything streams, as this is number 4, and the first 3 went pretty good. I don't exactly have a structure or a plan on how I do these live streams, but I'm working out the kinks. I'm trying to figure it out as I go along, and hopefully they'll get a lot better in time. So what I have been doing up until this point was I've been releasing a community post on my YouTube channel with a poll asking people to vote on a specific topic. Now, my idea behind this was not to have a topic that is only discussed for the stream, but just like a more general topic for the stream, as my main goal was going to be the Ask Me Anything part. So I just figured that, when the questions aren't coming in, we have a general topic that we can kind of discuss. And also I need a title. I need a title for the video, so I figured, hey, why not let you guys vote with a poll, and then we can kind of go from there. I think everything seems to be pretty good. I'm still getting used to this YouTube live streaming interface. I've realized it's not as user-friendly as I would like it to be. I don't know. Let me zoom this out a little bit. Is that better? I think that's better, right? The first couple streams, I literally just turned on the camera and put it in front of me, and then didn't even think about the layout at all. So those 2 streams went a little rough. Now this stream, or actually the 3rd stream, was when I created this layout with the music at the bottom, and then I used my wide angle lens to get like a better idea of my room and the surroundings that I'm in, because I feel like, I don't know, it makes the stream a little bit more personal. Let's see. Oh, we got some people coming in. If there's anyone watching this right now, let me know, guys, if the audio or video is off. I think my audio levels are okay from my end. Let me see. Oh, another exciting thing too with the streaming is my YouTube channel got monetized, I think, let me see, 3 weeks ago or so? A little over 3 weeks ago. And then it unlocked like the monetization features for live streams, which I didn't even really know existed. And there's these options for super chats and super stickers, so that's pretty cool. Hey. How's the audio and video working? Just finished watching a 2-minute ad. Are you serious? I turned the I turned the ads off for the stream. What the? Dang. Well, thanks, bro. Do you guys see the super chat option now? Like, I don't even know how this works. Audio is perfect. Video is slightly behind on your end. Oh, is the video like lagging? Maybe it's just a latency. Wow, there was an ad at the beginning. What? Yo, YouTube, what is this? Can I change that? Because, whoa, exit stream, no. Okay, monetization. Oh, they did put everything on. I wanted to turn it off. Okay, I gotta turn off these ads. Sorry, guys, sorry. Oh, I can't uncheck that. Shoot. Because I didn't want ads to play for the live stream. Can you see the super chat button at the bottom? I'm still trying to figure out all these new functionalities that I unlocked. YouTube wants their money. Yeah, man. Oh, okay. Super sticker, super chats. Cool. Oh, that's awesome. How do I... Okay, I don't know how to manage this properly, because there's a monetization tab that I can click, and I disabled the ads, but it won't let me uncheck display ads. Well, that's not good. How am I supposed to do this? Oh, they have a button where I can insert an ad. Wow, that's kind of dirty. You can insert an ad like in the middle of the stream. I guess you could use that if you need like a washroom break or something. Okay, anyways, enough about the monetization stuff. So getting back to my idea about the live streams, I wasn't sure the frequency at which I was gonna do these. So I've been starting off just going kind of slow and just doing one live stream per month. And the first 3 were 3 hours long, which I did enjoy, but I did feel like it's a little bit on the long side, because it's you know, a 3-hour stream is a long time. And I was thinking maybe if I reduce the streams to 2 hours, but then maybe host these streams twice a month or bi-weekly. So I'm gonna start trying that for May, June, and July, and try doing 2 streams per month, but 2 hours instead of 3, and see how that goes. And then, like I said earlier, the main concept or idea behind the stream is to use the Ask Me Anything format. And I kind of want to use this as a space to where I can like answer questions in real time, kind of like being put on the spot. Because one problem that I have with YouTube is that the videos that you create, they are edited, right? And you can edit out all your mistakes, and you can kind of release this polished, perfect version of a video where you can omit all your mess ups and all the times you screw up, right? But then a live stream, it makes you vulnerable. And I feel like it really shows the type of person that you are. And you're not just like some scripted creator that just like reads off some sentences that you wrote down beforehand, right? So this is definitely a challenge for myself, which I do enjoy, because it's a lot different than creating videos, right? Get this, one sec. This is gonna be super loud. All right, I had to mute that. But yeah, I'm going to continue with the polls, mainly because I'm kind of always running out of ideas for titles for all my videos. So I figured if I just keep doing a poll every once in a while to get a general idea of what people want to talk about or people want to listen to, and then I can just use that for the title of the video. So unfortunately, this poll, there wasn't too many replies. I think there was only 8. And apparently you guys have no interest in the fitness stuff. I guess that makes sense though, right? Because look, I've put up 3 polls in the past. One was health and fitness, and then health and fitness again, and then weight loss. And then all 3 times it didn't go very well. So I think I'm gonna drop the health and fitness idea for these live streams for now. Oh, we got a 9th vote in. Oh, we got another vote for education and college. Okay, so we have a tie right now for growing on YouTube and education. We can kind of go through both of those things as people come in, or hopefully people come in. That's a fear of these live streams. Like, what if you start streaming for 2 hours and then no one shows up? That's like, the story of my life, right? It's gonna give me so much anxiety. But let's see. Education in college and growing a YouTube channel. Okay, those sound like pretty good topics for this live stream. We got 6 people. Yeah, if you guys are watching, let me know in the chat. Let me know what's going on. Ask me something. I'm always interested to see who shows up for these live streams. I still can't believe YouTube played those ads, man. I specifically turned them off. I feel like having ads on my videos alone is more than enough. And the stream can be a nice thing to just kind of do for the viewer, but ad-free, right? I do appreciate people that do click the ads, though. Every little bit helps. Okay, so what else do I got going on right now? Whoa! Dude. Is that... Dude, is that for real? Brian Prime... Holy shit. Dude. Dude, is that for real? That's a super chat for real, Brian. Keep grinding and inspiring my brother. Holy shit, dude, $50? Dude, are you serious? Oh man. Dude, that's amazing. I don't know what to say. Holy shit. That's Come on, dude, you don't have to send me the super chats, bro. But man, that I don't know how I feel right now. I'm sorry. You're the first. You're the first super chat ever, and I'm losing my shit. Oh, dude. Wow. All right, Brian Primetime with the first super chat in the history of my channel, and I don't even know what to say anymore. Oh, we got some people in the chat now. Oh, but a quick backstory for anyone that's in the chat and watching. Brian is one of my longest friends who basically is my mentor and trained me when it comes to YouTube and content creation. So I know I have got a lot of comments from people saying that like they like the quality of my videos and the editing, and a lot of that isn't because I'm a good editor or that I'm good with cameras. It's because I had someone that was very successful to learn from, and it kind of like expedited the process for me. And you know, it's hard because a lot of people don't have that, right? A lot of people don't have close friends that are genuine, that you can trust, and that, you know, you can get an unbiased opinion from them and an honest opinion when you need help, right? And that is like, without Brian, my channel wouldn't be where I was today. Like even my camera, even this camera here, the Sony A6500, this was Brian's camera, right? That he no longer used, and I bought it from him. And you know, if it wasn't for him, then my channel wouldn't be where it is at right now. But yeah, thanks, dude. You're the best, man. I still can't believe it. Super chat $50, bro. You're just like, you're blowing my mind, man. You know where that's going to. It's all going back into the channel, right? You deserve it, bro. You're putting out so much valuable content for everyone. You've been grinding for so long, just a little something to help. Thanks, dude. You know how I feel. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, Tina's right too. Brian's the definition of the best friend. Oh, we got shoot, how do I say your name? Baptiste? Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Hi Derek, what would be your best advice for someone who wants to create a YouTube channel? I have a good idea, but I don't know where to start. Okay, so this may seem like a simple question. And also let me know if I said your name right. How do I say your name? Baptiste? Is that like French or something? But the hardest part about creating a YouTube channel is posting that first video. And it may seem simple, and it may seem like that's such basic advice, but when it comes to creating, like just releasing that first video is so difficult, because you're gonna get stuck in your head and you're gonna think that like, oh, what is my family gonna think when I start uploading videos to YouTube? What are my friends gonna think? Are they gonna make fun of me? And you kind of have this weird internalized self-doubt. But what you need to do is just start. Just post whatever it is. And what I usually would tell people now is, it's French. Okay, the P is silent. Okay, so Baptiste? But yeah, so if I were to start a YouTube channel, and say, if, for example, for you, if you were to start a YouTube channel, what I would do is just get your phone, right? Or if you have a camera, even better. And then just hit record and put it down somewhere. And just introduce yourself and talk about why you want to create a YouTube channel and what you hope to be talking about. Because when you do create a YouTube channel, you do need to pick a niche, right? You need to pick some type of topic. So you want to pick something that interests you. Because the biggest problem with YouTube channels is that people create content that they think will do good instead of creating content that they love. And if you are serious about creating a YouTube channel, you need to be creating content about topics that you thoroughly have a passion and love for, because that is what's going to keep you motivated as the process goes on. So say, for example, I didn't have a YouTube channel at all and I was just starting and I had to start all over from scratch. What I would do is I would just get my phone. You know what? Let's just do it. Let me show you. Let me show you what I would do. I would just go to video, right? You use a front-facing camera so you can see yourself, and then just hit record. And this is what I would do. I'd be like, hey guys, my name is Derek. This is my first video for my YouTube channel. I don't know exactly what this channel is going to be, but I want to create a YouTube channel and I want to learn how to post videos. So right now I generally like fitness related topics, self-development, self-improvement, and filmmaking. So hopefully as time goes on, I can create bigger and better videos in regards to these topics. So right now I'm still learning, so this is just gonna be my first video and introduction to YouTube. So hopefully you'll see more from me soon. So anyways, whatever, right? That's super bad, super terrible, but you get the idea. And what you need to do with that video you just recorded, why can't I talk? Is to just post it. Because the first video you create, the thumbnail, the title, the keywords, all of that stuff that YouTubers tell you to pay attention to, is not gonna matter. Like your analytics are not gonna matter, your click-through rate, your retention time, your thumbnail, whatever. Just film that video, post it, use the auto-generated thumbnail that YouTube picks for you, and then just title it like Hi YouTube, or my first video on YouTube. And what that does is that it gets you over the first hurdle that's extremely difficult, which is to start, because that is the most difficult thing, is just to start. But if you just get outside of your head and just hit record, just hit that record button and just talk to the camera the best you can. And even for me, I've been doing this for like 2 years now, and I didn't even know what I was saying, right? But I got it done, and I would just upload it and post it and then just move on to the next one. Because what this will do is, once you get that first video done, you can rewatch it and you can be like, ooh, I said and like too much, or ooh, I don't like how I was stuttering, or I wasn't looking at the camera, I wasn't looking at the lens. And you see all the mistakes that you're gonna make when you create that first video, right? And that is where you can move on to the second and to the third, and you can figure out what you need to work on, right? But so many people, they can't start, right? They don't know how to just post that first video. But trust me, just make that first one. It's gonna suck, it's gonna be terrible, and that's fine, because everyone's first video is terrible. But just get it out there, and then as the weeks go by, just tweak little things, like just improve something here and there as you go on, right? And then it's only going to get better in time. So hopefully that answers your question. Like, I have a good idea but don't know where to start. Yeah, so like, just introduce yourself and talk about something that you enjoy, right? Talk about something you like. It could be, a sports team, it could be art or politics or video games or whatever. Just talk about something that you love, right? Because then you're going to come across as genuine, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I've seen people that like create YouTube finance channels because it makes a lot of money. But like, if I were to do that, I would hate it, because I don't enjoy personal finance that much. I do enjoy it a little bit, but not to the point where I could just make a channel completely dedicated to it, right? Oh, Tina's got a good one. If you could go back and change one thing about your YouTube journey so far, what would it be? I think in the beginning, and this would be a good, this is a good tip for Batiste too, is in the beginning, this is just my opinion, I think you should focus on quantity rather than quality. And as you progress, those two ideas kind of want to switch. You want to switch those. You want to focus on quality more later. But in the beginning, you just want to focus on getting videos out there and just focus on the quantity. Because so often you'll see people that get caught up from creating because they don't have a nice enough camera, or they don't have a nice enough video editing software. And it feels like they're missing something, right? But what I would do if I had the chance to go back to 2019 was I would just create more videos that were shitty. And if you go back to my channel now, my very first video that's posted is, I think it's a 14-week weight loss challenge. And that video took me over 3 months of filming and editing and just documenting my progress. Like, I spent 3.5 months for my first video. Whereas if I just posted like whatever, and I just posted a video every single week, I would have had 14 videos out instead of just the one. And that 14th video would be so much better in terms of quality, in terms of the value of information, and in terms of how I communicate and present myself, you know, in the video, right? Because there's just going to be so much more repetitions that I got in from those other 13 videos that I created. So I definitely made the mistake of prioritizing quality. Why can't I say that word? Quality. I've been prioritizing quality way too much over quantity in the beginning. And like I said, if I could go back, that's something that I would change for sure. Because even if you look now at my channel, I have what? Let's see, like 60 videos? How many videos do I even have posted? 62 videos. So I have 62 videos posted over a 2-year period. So that's only like 30 videos per year. And you see how not creating and just not releasing content, it kind of holds you back in the long run. Because think about it. Think if I just posted one video every single week, right? 2 years later, I would have 104 videos compared to the 62 that I have now. And even though my recent videos, they have got a lot better in terms of the production value and quality, but imagine how much improved I would be now if I had another 40 videos that I created, right? Like that could be a huge difference in the type of content that I create. And it's hard too, right? Because when you create a YouTube video, you don't want to release content that sucks. Like no one wants to do that, right? Like no one wants to like start a YouTube channel and be like, hey, let's release some videos that are terrible. Like no one thinks that when they get into creating content, right? Everyone wants to do well. Everyone wants to do good, right? But the problem is that in the beginning, regardless of what you do, those videos will be bad unless you are, of course, like some type of filmmaker as like a profession, and you've been doing, you know, like videography for years. Like that's a little bit different. But like 99% of the time, people that start a YouTube channel are like brand new to cameras, you know, brand new to editing. And we all came from that beginning place of having nothing and having no skills, and then just learning and growing along the way. And I've shared this story a lot before, but that first video, like I said, it was recorded with this phone right here, my Samsung Note 9, I think. Yeah, Note 9. And I would use this this phone to record my videos. And then slowly over time, I would upgrade. And then I upgraded to this GoPro. And what was nice about this GoPro is that this is a Hero. Does it say? I think it's 8. It doesn't say, but I think it's a Hero 8 Black Edition, and it has the built-in gimbal in the lens. I think it's called like Hyper Smooth. So even if like you're kind of walking around like this and it's like all jittery, the camera inside will adjust for that, and it will kind of stabilize your footage. And this is what I used in the beginning to start my YouTube video for like the first, how long was it? The first 6 months? I think it was like the first 6 months. This is what I used, just like a GoPro. And I didn't have any attachments. I just used it in the onboard sound recorder. And then that's it. And then I would just go with this. It's nothing fancy. I think I bought it used for like a couple $100. And that's pretty much, even this is kind of overkill. I didn't even really need to buy the GoPro. Like I could have just stuck with my phone and it would have been fine, right? And what you'll realize is, as time goes on, people are willing to watch YouTube videos that have poor video quality, but they're less likely to watch videos that have poor audio quality. So even if like you're afraid that your phone or your GoPro can't like record like the nicest, 4K footage, it doesn't really matter, right? Talk about your pre-production process. How do you organize your ideas, scripts, shots needed, etc.? Okay, so this is interesting. Batiste, thank you for your precious advice. Yeah, man. Like, trust me, just start your YouTube channel today. Like, just start it right now. Like, you pause the stream or go to a different room or like whatever. Just grab your phone, just record that first video and just post it, man. Because like YouTube is such an amazing platform. I'm so happy that I started like 2 years ago. And even though it took me, it was such a grind to get up and get to this point that I'm at now. But like, I'm so happy that I started in 2019. You know, I wish I started earlier. And the other thing too, it's never too late to start. It's never too late to start YouTube. And you'll see those videos like, oh, is it too late to start YouTube in 2021? And the answer to that is always no. Because it's not going to be too late in 2022. It's not going to be too late in 2023. And the reason for that is because there is the next YouTube star out there, somewhere in the world, and he or she could be like 14 years old, and they're going to blow up in year 2024 or something. And that's going to happen. Like, that's real, right? So it's never too late to start. Now, when it comes to the pre-production process, so my pre-production process has really evolved in time. And when in the beginning, what I did was I used Google Docs and Google Spreadsheets. I guess that's what it's called. Whatever the Google version of Microsoft Word and Excel is. I used the Google versions of those because I could access them on my computer and then also look at what I wrote on my phone, right? And what I would do is I would just open up Google Docs every once in a while, and I would just brainstorm all kinds of random ideas of things that I wanted to talk about or things that I wanted to make videos on. And in the beginning, it was kind of like this. I wrote like, yeah, that's it, Google Sheets. Man, what do I call it? Google Excel? Okay, whatever. But anyways, oh no, can you hear Tiffany? I would go to Google Docs and I would just write out a whole bunch of ideas like, I want to make a video on pull-ups. I want to do a video on fasting. I want to do a video on running, on cardio, on losing weight. And then I would kind of categorize that in like, you know, the niche of weight loss and fitness. Then I would go down a bit and be like, I want to make a video on discipline, a video on habit change, a video on morning routine. And then I would kind of categorize that in another niche, right? Because self-development has a whole bunch of different kinds of niches that you can explore. So once I got all my ideas and thoughts from my head and I just put them all onto Google Docs, then I would go through them and be like, okay, which one of these are actually ideas for videos that I would like to create? Now, this is where people, a lot of the time, they make a mistake where they think like, oh, which one of these topics is gonna do good? Or which one will do good for the algorithm? And I made this mistake in the beginning of thinking about topics, you know, that would do good instead of doing things that I would love to do. And that's what I do now. I make videos on topics that I love and that I enjoy, and not because I think it will perform well for some algorithm. And so what I would do is I would take, say, the muscle up idea, and I'd take it from Google Docs, I'd cut it, and then I'd paste it into Google Sheets, and then I would just come up with like a title for it, and then just like post it in one of the columns for like future video ideas. And then I would have like a list of 50 possible video ideas that I could use, because a lot of the times you're going to run out of ideas, right? You won't know what to create. But then you can go back to your Google Sheets and be like, oh, okay, I have, let's see, I have a topic here on, you know, cardio. I have a topic here on waking up early, and then you can pick from that list. And that list kind of has evolved over time, and I still do use the Docs, the Google Docs app on my phone and computer. But right now, when I go into it, I have like a column. Let me see. I have a column for the title, and I have like a date when I expect to release it, and then I also have like a notes column for like the type of shots I need. So say for example, I'm making a video about cardio, then I would be like, video title could be how to lose weight doing cardio. And then I would be like, okay, maybe let's try to release it by June 1st. And then in the notes, I would be like, get video shots of me running, get video shots of me walking, me jogging. And I would just write these like type of notes for like B-roll shots, like video shots of me doing those things and ideas that I'm talking about. So I can use that as extra footage for the editing process. Because what you're going to realize is when you make videos where it's just like you looking at the camera and it's just a talking head, it gets kind of stale, right? It gets kind of boring. You can do like those crop ins where like the framing is like this and then it crops in on your face. And you can kind of play around with that to add some variety to your video. But when you have those complementary shots of you doing things that you're talking about, it really adds to the whole production value of the video. And that's what I kind of focus on now. So I'll pick out that idea that I want to make a video on, not because I think it will do good. So I'll pick the topic that I want to make a video on. I'll get all my thoughts and ideas into Google Docs, and then in the Google spreadsheet, I will list out the type of shots I want to get with my camera, and then I just take all of that and put it into Adobe in the post-production process. And then I kind of just get creative with it. You know, I put things here and there where I think will turn out good, because everyone has their own kind of style, right? And not everyone will create the same type of video. I agree, if you just take the leap and start, put out anything and everything as long as you enjoy it. It's all part of the learning process and you will never know what will happen. Then just go back and private the ones that are too cringe later. Okay, so Tina has a good point there that I actually did too. Like in the beginning, the reason why I'm talking about a lot of like fitness related stuff, like losing weight, doing cardio, is because this is how my channel started. Like when I started on YouTube, I wanted to be like a fitness YouTuber. Is that what you would call it? But I was really into fitness, or I was really into working out, losing weight, eating healthy. And that's what I thought I wanted to create content on. But as the weeks went by, I soon realized that the self-development niche is more than just fitness. And the philosophical side is what I really loved. And it kind of like overpowered my beginning videos of the fitness stuff. Oh, by the way, I started a Kiwi routine because of your channel. See, that's another thing that's crazy too. So that Kiwi video that I have, that's the most successful video on my channel right now. And that was a video that when I created it, I thought it was going to do terrible. I honestly thought that video would bomb. Because who's going to watch a video titled, I ate a kiwi every day for 30 days? Like, what can you talk about? Like, eating a kiwi, so what? You ate a fruit. You ate a green kiwi fruit. Okay. Like, what's so interesting about that? And I was like, man, am I wasting my time creating this video? Like, who's gonna watch this? Who's gonna resonate with eating kiwis? Like, it doesn't make any sense, right? But that video, it was on my list because it was something that I loved. Like, I am passionate about the kiwi fruit. I think it's, in my opinion, the healthiest fruit and the only true superfood that there is. Like, that's just my opinion, right? And there's just so much health benefits and nutritional value in the kiwi fruit that I feel like it gets misrepresented, especially in North America. Because here, like in Canada, we eat what? Apples, bananas, and oranges. Those are probably what, the 3 most popular fruits. And no one eats kiwis. Like, everyone knows that blueberries are healthy too. So, you know, so people here eat blueberries. But like, who eats kiwis? Like, nobody. Like it's so rare that people talk about, oh yeah, you know, like the kiwi fruit is part of my daily diet. And it wasn't until like I looked up the nutritional information about the kiwi fruit, and I was like, wow, this thing's amazing. It has more vitamin C than oranges, but like I thought oranges were like the king of vitamin C. Like, how, that doesn't make any sense. Like, when you think of vitamin C, you think of oranges, right? And even when you buy those like vitamin C supplements, like those tablets, on the cover, it's usually pictures of oranges, right? But the kiwi fruit is superior in vitamin C nutrition. So I was just like, okay, this is crazy. And I decided, screw it. I'm just going to make this video because this is something that I believe in. This is something that I'm passionate about. And this is something that I still do to this day, right? And for whatever reason, that video just like took off, and it has like almost 30,000 views now, and it's my most successful video by far. And this was a topic, an idea that I thought was gonna bomb. I thought it was gonna do terribly. I thought no one was gonna watch it. I thought I was wasting my time, but I was so drawn to the topic because it was something that I really resonated with, and it was something that I really loved and enjoyed to do. And I was like, okay, I think that's what YouTube is about. I think it's about creating content about things that you love, right? And it wasn't until I figured that out that my channel slowly started to like see some growth. Because in the first year, I had like 150 subscribers, and maybe 140 of them were from friends, family, and acquaintances. So in reality, I only had like 10 subscribers for like the first year. And it wasn't until like I started making content that I was really passionate about that the channel started to grow. It's just kind of funny how it works out like that. And because who knows, like what if the kiwi video did bomb, right? Like what if it did only get like, I don't know, 30 views or something, and it just sits there and it never grew? Then, you know, things might be completely different. Who knows? Because we, you know, in hindsight, we never really know, right? But it's so funny how that one video has kind of brought so many people to my channel, and I've been able to meet and talk to so many interesting people, especially like in the comment section, right? And the funniest thing too is like the people telling me like, oh, you're eating the kiwi wrong, you're cutting it up wrong, you should eat the skin, you should. And I was like, oh man, people really are passionate about the kiwi fruit. Like I thought I thought like no one was into this kind of stuff. Oh yeah, so Baptiste, what's your kiwi routine? Do you eat one like every day, or what's the plan? Because right now I think I eat at least one, sometimes two every day, because a lot of times they're small, right? So that's the only problem with kiwis is like the size. Also, I gotta say that all the kiwi stuff, this wasn't like a concept that I came up with on my own. And there's like a well-known YouTuber named Jeff Nippard. I think he has like a couple million subscribers, but he is the original kiwi guy. I saw one of his videos documenting like the nutritional information about the kiwi fruit, and he was like a huge inspiration for me to pursue that topic or idea. So by no means am I taking credit for being like the first person to, you know, talk about Kiwis. Like Jeff Nippert is the original guy. He's the one that did all the research. He's the one that like brought the scientific community and took that information on the kiwi fruit and brought it to like the fitness community. And he's the one that popularized it. So I always have to give him props and credit. 1 in the morning with my breakfast. Oh, see, that's perfect. And how are you liking it so far? When do I have my kiwi? I think I have my kiwi after lunch. Oh yeah, the one thing I loved about eating kiwis was it's so sweet. I use it as like a substitute for like my sugar cravings. Like when I'm craving like a chocolate bar or like candy or something, like something really sweet, then I'll always try to just eat like a kiwi instead. What is your favorite video that you've made and why? Oh. Okay, favorite video. I think I have 2. For the longest time, it was the one with me holding the ice cream cone. The importance of never growing up. And oh man, I think I made a playlist of my favorite videos. Let me see. Here, so my favorite, so I have 3. The importance of never growing up, stop searching for validation from others, and for those lacking purpose in life. So those are my 3 favorite videos that I've created, that I put in my playlist. Now, if I had to choose one of those, I still think it's the ice cream one. I still think it's the importance of never growing up. Like that, I think that video is so important to me because when I was younger, I was always in a rush to grow up and become an adult, right? I wanted to be independent. I wanted to make my own money. I wanted to make my own choices and decisions. And I was just always in a rush to mature and become an adult. But it's not until you reach that point that you realize, like, man, your younger years, those are like the best times of your life because you have all this freedom and you're healthy and you have all this energy and passion, and you're not chained down by the financial burdens of life, right? Of working a 9 to 5 and home ownership and taxes and bills. Like, you don't have any of that stuff. And it's so important for me to remind myself and other people that you need to enjoy your younger years too, right? And that you shouldn't always be in a rush to grow up because you never get that time back, right? And I think that's why that video was my favorite. And the thumbnail was perfect too because it was taken by my dad, who's a photographer, and he made us all ice cream. And it was like, and it made me so happy for whatever reason. I don't know, maybe it was because like the ice cream was really good. But I just remember being really happy, and for whatever reason, he just like took a picture. And I was like, wow, I feel like a kid, you know, I feel like a little kid again, just being super happy about having some ice cream and being outside and not always stressed about, you know, paying rent or paying bills or taxes and stuff. So yeah, I think that's definitely my favorite video still. Let's see, Batiste. And you said something true in your video. Since I started eating kiwis and a lot of other fruits, my need for bad sugar is very low. I truly like it. It's delicious. Yeah, see, I felt that too. Like whenever you eat kiwis, like kiwi fruits are super sweet. Like they're really, really sweet, and it's hard to eat. Like, well, maybe not all of them. Like if you get a kiwi that's not that ripe, it's gonna be sour, obviously. But like if you get like a like a normal kiwi that's a good size and it's and it's ripe and it's sweet, it's hard to eat like 3 or 4 because it gets like almost too sweet. And what I realized is like it eliminated all my sugar cravings altogether. And this was huge for me because especially late at night, you would get these cravings. Like you have cravings for cookies, you have cravings for ice cream or chocolate or candy. You always get these like late night cravings, especially when you're like watching TV or watching Netflix or a movie. Like for whatever reason, you get these weird, your body has these weird urges for sugar. And whenever this happened to me, I would just quickly go to the kitchen, cut up 2 kiwis really quick, and just devour them. And then like within 5 minutes, like my sugar cravings just normalized and I felt great. And I was like, this is awesome, because I never got that same feeling from eating an orange or eating an apple or something. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but hey, Sadie. How you doing? How are you? I'm pretty good. Still trying to get used to this whole YouTube streaming stuff. I've been super busy lately, actually, with all this content creation, editing. You know how it is as a fellow creator. There's only so much time in the day, right? But I'm trying to get a lot better at this whole streaming stuff. Who gave you the idea for never growing up? Yeah, so Tina was the one who gave me that video idea for the never growing up video. Yeah, that was Tina's idea. I think that's one of my favorite vids of yours as well. So well done. Oh, Brian, you know what's funny about that video? All the shots were taken with my dad's Fuji camera, which is kind of interesting, because I was up north and I was like, oh, this is a perfect time to like make a video about something, and I just used all his gear, and so all of those B-roll clips were all taken with his stuff, because he had like those longer focal length lenses where they can kind of zoom in on things. And that's where like I was like, oh man, I really like telephoto lenses because of my dad. So that's what got me into the longer focal lengths. I know I haven't been able to catch you. Glad to see you are on. Yeah, Sadie, are you still streaming like at 2? Was it 2 a.m.? Remember the last stream I saw of yours? I think you were playing Chrono Trigger, and I was like just going to bed. That was like super late for me. I think the cottage B-roll really added to it as well. Yeah, it was like, it was perfect because the cottage is so peaceful, and it just reminded me of how simple life can be, right? When you're away from the city, when you don't have a job to think about, you don't have rent and credit card bills and student debt and, you know, buying gas and insurance for your car. You don't have to think about any of that stuff when you're up north in nature. And it's so nice, and I miss it. Like, I had so many plans this year to make more videos up north that obviously I wasn't able to do because of COVID in 2020. But hopefully 2021, we'll be able to, hopefully we'll be able to do something, something creative this year. At least I'm hoping. Do you read philosophy books? If yes, who are your favorite authors? Okay, so I probably have to give you a little backstory here, but for the longest time, I've always struggled with reading. It's not like it's not like an intelligence thing. It's like an attention span thing where I don't know what it is. I always struggled to just sit down, open a book, and then just like read it from front to back, right? And this, I had this problem for years. For years, I struggled with reading, and I would try audiobooks. I would try all kinds of different things, right? And nothing really worked for me. But recently, I kind of adopted this style of reading where instead of reading books like front to back, like reading it the whole way through, I would just like get a whole bunch of like ebooks on my phone, and I would kind of just like use the index or the table of contents and look for specific ideas that I wanted to learn about. So like, say for example, right now I'm reading Daryl Eves' book called YouTube. What is it called? YouTube something. Let me see. YouTube. The YouTube Formula. So I'm reading this book called The YouTube Formula on my phone right now, right? And instead of reading it like front to back, I would go through it and look for sections on like, oh, look, read the section on thumbnails, or read the section on audience retention rates. And I would just kind of like look for the idea or concept that I was interested in, and then I would kind of read that and then move on to something else. And I don't know if this is a good thing to do, but I've done this with philosophy as well, because I have a general interest in philosophy, but I find it that reading philosophy books are very dry, and my attention span just falls off a cliff. So do I have any favorite authors? I would be lying if I said I did. No, I don't have any favorite authors. But when it comes to like philosophy books, I generally kind of skim through them, and I look for concepts and ideas that I can resonate with and I want to learn about, and then I'll just kind of keep moving on from there. Like I said, I don't know if this is a good way to read or consume content, but my super like hyperactive lifestyle just, I don't know, I just always struggle just to sit down and read a book for an hour. It just doesn't really work for me for whatever reason. So I'm more of like I'll have like 5 books open on my ebook reader, and I'll just kind of like skim through them and looking for ideas and concepts that I want to learn about, and then I would kind of just move on from there. I don't know, it's a little weird, but if I was being perfectly honest, that's how I consume books. Like, I know it's not a cool thing to say. Like, I don't want to admit that, right? Because it makes me feel kind of dumb, right? Like, I feel like, why can't I just sit down and read this book? And it bothers me sometimes that I have like an attention span of a child, right? Like, why can't I just sit down and concentrate on something? But that's the truth, though. That's how I read. That's how I consume material. Maybe it will change. I don't know. But for now, that's all I got. Oh, there was a wicked book that I was going through the other week. It was on compounding habits or something. Oh, here, Atomic Habits by James Clear. This book was super interesting. I haven't read the whole thing, but there was a section where this guy was talking about compound habits and how they can kind of like stack on top of each other, and this idea was super interesting. Whereas I might be butchering it, but he was talking about how if you incorporate a bunch of tiny positive habits, right? and you just keep adding on to those things that you do, eventually they grow into like one giant habit that can change your life. And it's weird because people are always looking for one singular answer, right? They're always looking for one quick fix, or what is the one solution to my problem. Whereas in this book, or this section that I was reading, it was talking about how instead of just looking for one giant problem, right, find a whole bunch of little ones and then just like kind of stack them all on top of each other. And it's almost like as if you are applying compound interest to your life. And all these little habits of, waking up early, making the bed, having a glass of water in the morning, having a salad with your lunch, going for a walk. These are all very simple and basic things, right? But if you just like keep doing them over and over and over, all those like tiny little habits can form huge positive change in your life. And I found that super interesting, because all the habit change books that I've talked about, it's like, take extreme ownership, be dedicated, be motivated, push yourself. Like it's all this like super strict, almost as if military mindset of just, go all in or it's not going to work. Whereas this book had some very contrasting ideas that I thoroughly enjoyed. Reading is personal. There is no bad way to read. Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's weird because I understand the value in reading, right? Because reading, it's so important if you want to grow and learn and become more knowledgeable and more educated, right? So I try really hard to read as much as I can when I can. But it's definitely something that I need to work on. Like I can't even remember, what is the last book that I read front to back? Oh, I can't even remember. I don't even know. Do you have any videos coming up that you're really looking forward to? Oh, yes, I do. 100%. I wouldn't say it's similar to the Never Growing Up one, but I have a video idea that I want to do up north that involves photography and painting and my father. So I'm not gonna say it it's a for sure thing, because it involves outside factors that are beyond my control. So I don't know for sure if I'm gonna do it, but yeah, nature, painting, photography, and my father. That's if all those things align properly, then that's gonna be a huge video project that I'm gonna do this summer, that I'm really hopeful that I can, complete. But again, like I said, hopefully if everything is safe and this whole COVID stuff goes well, and I'll be able to visit my parents again, then we'll see. You also have to think about the fact that the way we consume information is different. Most content we would normally read is now readily available in video format. Yeah, that's very true too. Like a lot of people, they learn visually, right? From like even just watching YouTube videos, is because I wonder if it's because it's a more entertaining way to consume content or to gain knowledge, so your attention span doesn't fall off as easily. I don't know. But yeah, definitely the way we consume information is different, because I know a lot of people that love audiobooks. Like they love and they swear by audiobooks. And I've tried audiobooks, but I don't know, for whatever reason, I never really enjoyed them as much. Oh, what is your opinion on the Fight Club movie? Oh man, I love that movie. I haven't seen it in so long though. With Brad Pitt and what's his name? Edward Norton? Edward Norton, right? To be perfectly honest, do I even remember everything about that movie? The first rule of Fight Club is that we don't talk about Fight Club. What was that guy's name? Tyler something? Tyler Durden? Man, I love that movie, but it's slipping my mind what happened in it. Because it's been so long. Because wasn't Brad Pitt's character, it wasn't real, right? It was in the other guy's head. Because wasn't Edward Norton, wasn't he the guy that did everything, right? Oh man, my brain hurts. How did that movie go? They had the Fight Club, and then it was like Edward Norton was like this weak guy that joined, and Brad Pitt was like the mastermind behind the whole thing. I can't remember. It's embarrassing. Is that right, Sadie? Yeah, you have the plot correct. Okay, so that... But then it transitioned into something. It wasn't just about fighting, it was like a movement. Because didn't they like bomb a building or something? My brain is failing me right now. Hold on, I'm just trying to think. What else happened in that movie? Brad Pitt is kind of like what Edward Norton imagined as the ultimate free man. Oh yeah, because he was just like living free, and he was just like, there was a lot of conflict in that movie. Perhaps the means you need to refresh your movie this weekend. I'm really tempted to Google the plot or the synopsis and and see what happened. Because when did that movie come out? Like 2000? Fight Club movie. Wow, 1999. So that movie's 22 years old. That's crazy. Alright, we're just gonna go off on a little tangent here. I just want to read this plot. The narrator, chronic insomnia. Oh yeah, the meets sale. Why is he called the narrator? He doesn't have a name. The narrator meets Tyler Durden. Oh, okay, I see. The narrator realizes that he and Tyler are the same person. The narrator is mentally projecting him. Wow. Oh, that was it. That's Project Mayhem. That was like the thing that they created. Project Mayhem members. Yeah, I feel like you gotta rewatch that movie. You have 90% of the movie so far, but there was also his lady and his love-hate for her. Oh, I don't remember. Wow, I can't believe that's 22 years ago. Jeez. I miss those type of movies, you know, those like independent super interesting, super well written and well done. Whereas now it's like so much Marvel, so much Marvel type of stuff. Marla Singer? Who's that? Is that, that's a girlfriend? Marla Singer. Who's Marla Singer? Let me see. Marla? Oh, what the heck? Yeah, I don't remember that character, like, at all. Yeah, it's been too long. Sorry, guys. Epic fail on my end. I loved all of Brad Pitt's older movies, though. They're all so good. Her name was on the tip of your tongue. I could picture her, but couldn't place the name. Man, I had to dig deep for that movie. Because I probably watched it in like 2002. I think 2002 I was what, 18? Yeah, 2002 I think I saw it. So I watched it 19 years ago. Do you also enjoy Clockwork Orange? Oh man, I remember that movie. Well, I think we read the book. That's a book too, right? That's that guy with like the monocle and that top hat and cane or whatever. Oh yeah, it is a book. Wow, 1971. That's crazy. Yeah, I have zero recollection of that movie. I remember we had to read the book like when we were in high school, but the movie evades me. I remember the part where like that guy, he had to watch something and they had those things that were like keeping his eyes open. And then he fought someone with that cane that he had. Do you have a favorite movie, Sadie? Or Batiste? What would you consider as your favorite movie of all time? I always find that to be interesting. You know what's weird about creating like a YouTube channel? Like this whole, when you get into all the filmmaking stuff, it makes you really appreciate films, especially like when you get into cameras and you see all like the different focal lengths and types of shots that directors use in their movies to tell a story. It's so well done. And man, it boggles my mind, like the effort that these guys put in to their films. You know, it makes like creating this YouTube channel has really made me appreciate films more now. Because I'm kind of like the same way. I'm thinking about like, how do I tell my story? What type of angles should I put the camera at? What type of different focal length should I use? Should I use like a wide shot, or should I like zoom in real close? Because it makes a difference how, you know, the story goes, right, with all those shots. I have several several movies I enjoy. I appreciate films, and yes, exactly. Since I've started content creation, you start to analyze the shots, cuts, lighting. Yeah, it's weird because you kind of view like movies in a different light. Like before, when I would watch like a movie, I wouldn't even notice like the cut scenes or like the camera angles changing. I would just be like immersed in the story of the film, right? But now when I'm watching it, my brain like views it in a different way. It's like, oh, that guy used like a tracking shot, or oh, that they cut to a wide angle shot, and it's like you kind of understand the process that they went through in making that film, right? Tough question, but maybe Snatch or American History X. Oh, those are good ones. Snatch. I haven't seen that in a long time. When did that come out? That was like 90s, right? Oh, 2000. That was the one with like Brad Pitt, and he's like, what is that accent? He talked kind of funny, right? Man, I can't remember that movie. My longest favorite movie is Princess Bride, but I love Interstellar, Arrival, Uncanny. Hey, that's my favorite movie of all time, Interstellar. Yeah, when I watched Interstellar, like it blew my mind. Like it literally like blew my mind. And I was like, wow, like I never thought someone could make a movie like this. And it was just like these creative explosions were going off in my head. Yeah, Interstellar was I gotta watch that again. Yeah, the soundtrack was amazing. Hans Zimmer is his name, I think. It's just like I don't even have words. I don't even have words for that film because it just blew me away. And even like the ending, I was trying to like understand what happened, and I was like, I just had no words for it. The other thing too about Interstellar is like Christopher Nolan is just, the guy's amazing. Wow, you saw it 3 times in theater? Holy, that's crazy. Ooh, if you could collab with one YouTuber, who would it be? Alright, I'm gonna get to that in a second. I loved Arrival. The fact that it wasn't the traditional aliens come to invade us but ask for help and to save our humanity. Oh, I think I watched Arrival on a plane when I was flying somewhere. To Asia, I think. Is that the one where the alien is like this ink? It's like this ink looking thing. And is it Jodie Foster that tries to like communicate? Okay, I'm just gonna Google it. What Arrival? Am I thinking about the right movie? With that pod thing? Yeah, okay. That circular ink thing. Yeah, I loved Arrival when I watched it. Oh man, The Shawshank Redemption. I think The Shawshank Redemption has been probably like one of the most played movies on live television like of all time. Especially here in Canada, they play that movie like all the time. Oh, sorry. Is it better now? I had to cough, so I muted it. It should be good now, right? My bad. Yeah, I didn't want to cough into the microphone. It'd be terrible. But yeah, I was saying when Forrest Gump came out, that movie was massive. Thanks, guys. Do you remember when Forrest Gump came out? Like, everyone was talking about that movie and everyone was imitating those lines that Forrest Gump was saying, like talking about life as like a box of chocolates, and when he was talking about Jenny and all those famous scenes in that movie. Like, everyone was talking about it when it came out. Like, you couldn't go like somewhere without hearing about it. And it was weird because when it first came out, I didn't really appreciate it for what it was. I just thought it was just like okay. But after I watched it again later, I was like, wow, this film is so good. Speaking of streaming, when is the last time you hydrated and stretched? Probably this morning when I woke up. Like somewhere around 7. Where's my water? Well, I don't know where my water went. It was here. I had a massive water bottle for the stream, but I guess I must have left it downstairs. But usually I have a good stretch every day before my workout. I've been getting pretty good with my workout routine recently. I noticed that I kind of fell off the wagon and I was only working out like 2 or 3 times per week, and which was really disappointing in myself, because you know it's something that I take pride in doing. And these past couple of weeks I really like ramped it up, and I've been hitting like 5 to 6 workouts per week. You know, been doing like a full body stretch before hydrating properly, getting warmed up. It's just been going really well. And it's weird because I made a video recently about like inconsistency and talking about like, you know, struggling with maintaining positive habits, right? Because like, even though I'm someone that's obsessed with bettering my life, that doesn't mean I don't have bad days, right? I definitely have bad days where I catch myself slipping, or I feel lazy, or I procrastinate too much, and you know, I think that's normal, right? I think we all go through those moments of relaxation, you know, and we fail to do what we want to do, right? But yeah, everything's been pretty good this week so far. I need to get a new chair. This chair is falling apart. Tina bought this chair for me like, I want to say 14 years ago, I think. It's literally like falling apart on the stream. The arm is falling off. I struggled with working out. I have no problem for running. Oh, that's an interesting word. I am a marathonian, but I am so lazy when it comes to lifting weights. That's okay. As long as you do some form of physical activity, it's gonna help, right? Because like the worst thing you can do is just what's the word when you just like sit there and you do nothing? My brain is slipping me today. It's not stagnant. It's not lazy. What do you call it when you just like you're just inactive and you're just like sitting down too much? Stationary? Is it stationary? But yeah, like just it's so important for your physical health just to like be doing something, right? Like if that's lifting weights, or if that's going for a run, or even just going for a walk, like whatever it is, it's just better than just like sitting at home all day and doing nothing. Because like the biggest problem that, you know, most people have in society now is that, you know, they wake up in the morning, they get in their car where they're sitting, and they drive to work, so they're sitting in traffic. They get to work where they go to an office or a cubicle, and then they're sitting all day for 8 hours, right? You finish work, you get back in the car, drive home through, again, rush hour. Again, you're sitting. You go home, you sit down to have dinner, and then you sit down to watch Netflix before you go to bed, right? And it's just like this constant, like, I don't know how to put it, being immobilized, or just being stagnant, or just, you're not using any energy, you're just sitting down all day, right? And life has become so easy that it's so important to like do something, right? Do some form of exercise. Yeah, stagnant. It's like, it's just so easy now, you know? It's so easy nowadays to just not have to do anything, right? Like even look at food. You can just order dinner with like Uber Eats or something and get it delivered to your house. You don't have to get up and buy groceries. You don't have to get up and cook anything. You know, if you can just, my favorite, just going for, yeah, even just going for a walk, like doing anything is just, it's so good for you, right? Because even if you just think about like how human beings evolved, you know, we evolved being physically active, you know, and burning energy and going out and doing things. This lifestyle where we've created of just sitting down in a cubicle or in front of computers all day is just, it's not good for you. And even like what I'm doing right now, like look at what I'm doing right now. I'm just sitting down, right, in front of a computer screen, and it's not good for you. Right now, of course, after this, it's gonna be extremely important for me to, like, you know, to get up, go get some fresh air, go for a walk, you know, go exercise. But, you know, so many people don't do that, right? Yeah, like the going for a walk thing is huge. Just going for a walk is huge. Even if it's just like going for a walk around your street or around the block, you're just like getting fresh air, right? Putting your legs in motion, just, you know, you feel good after, right? It's the simplest form of exercise, but I don't view it as exercise. I just want to enjoy nature, and that's the focus. You know what's one of my favorite things to do recently has been going for hikes. Just like going for hikes in nature has been so enjoyable. I never really did it before, But recently, I think it was last year, Tina and I, we would go to like these trails or go to parks or something and just go for like, you know, like a little hike. It doesn't have to be crazy. It's not like in the mountains or anything, you know, just like a nice little forest trail through a park or something. And it's just super enjoyable and you feel so good after. And it kind of makes me sad because I see so many people at my day job that struggle with their weight, right? They struggle with losing weight. They struggle with being healthy. And they're just trapped, right? They're just trapped in this life of just being stuck in a chair all day long, right? And like, I get it. It's very difficult, you know, for people to change their habits and to go out and do things that are difficult. But like going for a walk it's such an easy thing to do, right? Makes it more enjoyable. I just want to enjoy nature, listen to music instead of oh, I need to exercise. I love hiking too, especially where I live, southwest of France. Oh, southwest of France? That's interesting. Let me I'm gonna Google France right now. My favorite YouTuber lives in France right now. What would be considered southwest of France? What is that? Bordeaux? Bordeaux? Oh, I can't pronounce any of these cities. I'm sorry, I'm butchering your language so bad. Toulouse? Toulouse? When you say southwest of France, do you mean like the part that's close to Spain? Man, I love geography. I don't know why. I always find geography super interesting. Hold on. There was a question Tina had a bit earlier. She said, if you could collab with one YouTuber, who would it be? For me, that answer is Nathaniel Drew, and he's actually a YouTuber that lives in France right now. I wonder what part of France he lives in. I'm gonna assume something close to Paris. Or is there like another main city? I guess is there another like huge city? Probably not. Probably Paris is like the place to be in France, right? I'm assuming. Like if you're an outsider and you want to visit France, you're probably going to Paris, right? So I'd imagine he's there. Yeah, so there's a self-development YouTuber. Most people know him. His name is Nathaniel Drew, and he probably has like well over 1 million subscribers by now, but he's more of like a language YouTuber, where he's kind of like focused on languages when it comes to self-development. But if there's ever a day where I could collab with someone, it would definitely be him. He's easily the biggest inspiration for my channel. I live in Pau. Yes, it is near to Spain. Google Cirque de Gavarnie. Cirque de Gavarnie. Since you started doing some gaming and love geography, have you tried GeoGuessr? You know what's funny? I tried GeoGuessr like 2 months ago for a little bit. That game is so hard. The only thing that kind of sucks is like I was playing like the free version and it wasn't that good. Now there's like I think there's like a paid version that you have to pay for now, which has all like the really cool game modes. I find that game super interesting. Because like you're given like a dirt road on the side of a hill with like literally nothing around you. Uh-oh. Oh no. No, are you serious? What is that? No BC. Oh, Tiffany had my phone. Oh no. Oh no, Sadie got timed out for 5 minutes. No. Okay, so our daughter, Tiffany, had Tina's phone, and she probably touched a whole bunch of things and just gave Sadie a like a temporary ban. Like, what is that? Like timeout? Why is it 300 seconds? Oh my gosh. Can you still? Well, Sadie, if you can still, if you're still watching, you can still hear this. I'm sorry. Our daughter banned you for 5 minutes for with her little thumbs. Oh no. Tina says so sorry. She says she's sorry. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Tiffany's starting to realize that phones have games and YouTube videos and all that, so she's figuring out that Tina's phone and my phone can be a form of television and entertainment. So she's always reaching for our devices. Baptiste, that was I just googled Cirque de Gavarnie. So you live in Pau. This area is like, are these like mountains? Wow. Let me see. Oh, okay, I see the city. Where you're at. Okay, that's pretty cool. You got a nice little city here. So just south of you, I don't know how long that would be, but you're close to the border of Spain. And oh, that's pretty cool. So then you're one, I don't know if you could drive this. What is this highway? A64? It goes all the way to this Bayonne by the ocean. That's pretty cool. I can't believe Tiffany timed out Sadie. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Well, France is such a beautiful place. I've never been. Like, I've been pretty close. I've been to Germany. I've been to Switzerland, Austria, Italy. So everything like right beside France, but never been to France. Oh yeah, France is super close to Andorra. From Pau to Spain is almost 1 hour with a car. Oh, okay, that's not bad. Oh, that's kind of like where I live. Like where I live, it's about, I would say, a 1 hour drive to New York and the US border. So I just gotta drive about an hour south and I get to the States. Do you ever go visit Spain? Or Or is there just so many? Is it better to just stay in France? I look at France and it's like super lush and green, and then I look at Spain and it's like looks crazy. I'd imagine it's like super hot. Hey, Forrest. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, enjoy your hike. Oh, we were just talking about going for a hike, getting some exercise. Forrest has made an appearance on every stream so far. But yeah, in Canada, we like to, or before COVID, we used to drive a lot to the US, you know, for things like shopping and stuff, because it's like so close. We're so close to the border, right? And it's like typically a Canadian thing to do. Like a lot of Canadians like to go visit the States. So I wonder, is Spain like that for you guys too? Oh, Spain is great for holidays, and alcohol is cheaper. Student life, yeah, that's like that's the same thing here. Like alcohol is cheaper in the US for sure than it is in Canada. The only problem with that though for us is our drinking age in Canada is 18, and the US is 21. So it's weird. Like you can go to the US and get alcohol for cheap, but you need to be older to buy it. Whereas Canada, you can drink it younger, but it's way more expensive. That's pretty cool that you live so close to the border. And also, if you drive like what, 2 hours west, you get to the ocean, right? So you can get to like the beach. Port, how do you say that? Port View? Vu? V-I-E-U-X? Yeah, maybe one day. Maybe one day I could visit somewhere cool like France. After all this stuff is done, all this COVID craziness. I feel so bad for Sadie. Has it been 5 minutes yet? Or maybe she went and just did something else. Is Sadie unmuted yet? I don't know. It doesn't tell me. Is there a way I can... I don't see any options. Timestamps, participants, viewer activity. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to untime someone out. It doesn't give me any options, or if there is, I don't know where it is. It's okay. Hopefully she was still able to see the stream and see what happened. I'll send her a message. on her YouTube channel if she doesn't come back. A lot of my friends in POW are surfers. 1 hour of driving and you can go to Biarritz? Is that right? Biarritz? It's a great town to surf. Biarritz. So I'm assuming that's west. How do you spell that? B-I-A-R-R-I-T-Z. Biarritz. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah, so you do just drive west down that highway or whatever. You get to Biarritz. And it's right on the ocean. That's probably a cool place to visit. I've never tried surfing before. I think when we were in Hawaii, we were planning to take like lessons or something one day, but like it didn't really work out. I'd imagine it's like super difficult. I don't see how that could be an easy thing to learn. Well, that's so cool. I'm just looking at Biarritz right now on Google Maps. It's like a super condensed, like I guess like city or town, like right by the ocean. It's interesting because like on Google, all the roofs are like, it looks like brick colored tiles or shingles or roofing. Like everything is like red colored. Like all the roofs are the exact same color. Oh, it's pretty cool that you have that option. Unfortunately in Canada we have no real access to you know, nice oceans or beaches or whatever. Nothing like that. It was not difficult for me when I tried, but there are those who really struggle with their first time surfing. Yeah, I'd imagine like even just balancing for some people must be extremely difficult. Like if you have like a good hey, Sadie's back. Sadie, were you able to see what happened? Our daughter our daughter grabbed Tina's phone and then somehow banned you for 5 minutes or something. Oh man. It's so funny. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I was gonna send you a message and say that we're sorry. Oh, it's hilarious. Yeah, Tiffany is let me see, 16 months old? Yeah, 16 months old. So she's learning. She's learning things. I still can't believe she did that though. Like how, like her little fingers were probably just like mashing the screen and just opened up whatever the settings for the chat and somehow managed to hit timeout. It happens, no need to feel bad. That's what kids do. They mash buttons. Yeah, exactly. That was our exciting stream moment for the day. It could have been worse. Yeah. You know what? I kind of like the... we're just approaching 2 hours soon. But I'm kind of liking the 2-hour streams. I'm thinking about doing these more frequently. Maybe 2 per month instead of 1. But do 2-hour streams instead of 3. I enjoy the difficulty of live streaming. Like, it's such a contrast compared to like creating YouTube videos. I feel like it's good for me. It's good for me to struggle. Because like YouTube videos are like so easy, right? If you like screw up or you misspeak, you just edit it out. Like as if nothing happened, right? But like when I misspeak on a stream or I fumble my words or say something incorrect, like there's no going back and editing it out, right? It's just out there. Which is kind of interesting. I enjoy the struggle. I enjoy struggling. Which platform are you liking more now between YouTube and Twitch, since they are such different platforms with a different purpose? So when I first started streaming, I thought that like all streamers just went to Twitch, because Twitch is like the king when it comes to streaming, right? And I thought like that's where streamers go. But then I found out that like there's quite a lot of people that stream on YouTube, and they stream on Facebook as well too, right? And I don't know, I kind of just wanted like to try Twitch out and to see, you know, and kind of get used to it. The one thing I do like about Twitch is like the interface is super easy. You know, you don't have to create a new title and a thumbnail like how you have to do for YouTube. Like the YouTube has like a little bit of extra steps when it comes to going live. Like there's like a bunch of extra things I need to do. Like I got to change the title, I got to put in a new thumbnail, I got to change the description. Like there's all these things you got to do to set up your stream for YouTube. Whereas Twitch, you're kind of just like, you just hit stream and then you just kind of go, right? But I think after using both, I'm kind of leaning towards YouTube streaming for this type of stuff. Not only because it is YouTube, but because like kind of like my audience is here type of thing. Like it's hard to get your subscribers from YouTube to go to Twitch, right? Whereas if people are subscribed to you on YouTube, then they already get like your YouTube notifications and they already know what your channel is about. So I feel like this kind of makes more sense for me here to do these live streams where I kind of like talk about self-development stuff, talk about my journey, and kind of talk about things that I'm working on. Whereas Twitch, I'm kind of just going to use Twitch as something I do for fun. Maybe like on the weekends, I might have like random streams with my friends where I play video games, because this is a point where I'm at right now. I'm at the point in my life where as a content creator, I haven't reached a level of success to where I can fully pursue my dreams and passions yet. And I know that I have to, if I want to get to that level, I need to work extremely hard, right? So I've been focused on, you know, being super productive and to just keep going with this whole YouTube creation process. But I know that eventually it's not healthy to work 24/7, right? It's not healthy to just be constantly working all the time. And I do know that down the lines, I want to have some balance in my life where maybe on Saturdays and Sundays, I can take a few days off from, making videos to, play some video games with my friends, or play some video games with some of my audience, right? And just have some more balance to my life, right? But I think right now I'm still at that point where I'm in grind mode. I'm still grinding, I still have a lot of things I want to achieve, so I still want to work hard towards reaching that goal. But definitely down the line, I want to use Twitch more for entertainment and relaxation, and kind of just add a little bit more balance to my life. Because right now it's work at my day job, come home, any free time that I have is spent working on YouTube videos, whether that's writing, scripting, editing, or filming. And there's no free time left for Netflix or anything, nothing. So I'm going to stick with these type of streams on YouTube, and then later down the lines, I will go back to Twitch and maybe do some more video game stuff here and there. Oh, there is a different expectation between the two platforms. So I was curious. Twitch, you expect live streaming and the culture of tips, emotes are just a given. Where on YouTube, you think of just video format, not streaming as much. So I was curious which you prefer between the two. Yeah, that's true. There's also a very interesting video or stream that I watch of that guy Harris Heller on Twitch. And he actually moved from Twitch to YouTube, and he was talking about the benefits of streaming on YouTube because it has discoverability. And I found that kind of interesting, as Twitch is kind of hard to get discovered. But I think when I do Twitch, I want to do Twitch for fun. I don't want to do it to make money. I don't want to do it to turn it into a business. I don't want to be a full-time video game live streamer. That's not my goal. That's not my passion, right? I kind of just want to use Twitch just for fun, right? And I know which video. Oh yeah, I know which video you're talking about. I already seen it. Yeah, that guy, he has some very interesting points about about streaming on YouTube and Twitch, but at the same time, he's that guy. He's streaming is a big part of what he does, right? And I think for me, streaming is kind of more of something I want to do for fun. I just kind of want to do it for fun because I enjoy it. Oh, have you ever worked in a fast food when you were a teenager? Clearly what gave the motivation to not stop my studies. No, I never worked in a fast food restaurant. But when I was young, I did work in, what would you call it? A retail hardware store. Similar to the US's version of Home Depot. A store you can buy home stuff and plumbing and lighting and flooring and barbecues. I worked in a retail store for 2 years, I think, while I was in high school. And that really opened my eyes to realizing what I don't want to do with the rest of my life. And those days working a retail job, I would work 2 p.m. to 10:30 after school, after high school, because it was just down the street from my school. And I would get out of school at 1:30, and I'd go walk over to the hardware store, and I'd work for 8 hours. And it was a hard 8 hours. It was lifting soil, it was building barbecues, helping people load flooring and lumber into their vehicles. It's just not a good job, right? And you get paid minimum wage. But I think there's value in those terrible jobs, just a fast food joint, where you realize, man, I gotta do something with my life, because you don't want to be stuck here, because those retail jobs, that's the bottom, right? That's the bottom of society. Those jobs are for college kids, right? Summer jobs for college kids or students, to help pay their tuition for school. Those jobs aren't, you don't want to be doing that for the rest of your life, right? So I'd imagine working at a place like Burger King or McDonald's would give the same effect, right? It makes you realize, like, man, I got to get out of here. I can't be stuck working here. And I think it's a very important lesson to learn when you grow up. Canadian Tire close is Rona Home and Garden, or whatever you call it. But yeah, pretty much just like Canadian Tire, the exact same thing. I would help people with like snow blowers, garden tools, soil, plants, barbecues, patio sets, gazebos, you know, that type of stuff. And I think when I was getting paid $8 an hour. I think that was minimum wage when I was working there. $8 an hour as a high school student. It's just like, I don't know, I feel like it's a really good experience for people, you know, for people to have, especially like when you're younger. Like if you're flipping burgers, for example, right? It's like you get that feeling where you like hate what you're doing. You're just like, oh man, you're just doing this terrible job that you absolutely hate. You just want to go home. You know, you smell McDonald's fries all day long, and it's miserable, right? It's a horrible feeling, because this was the exact same feeling I had. I felt like a bum. You know, I was just like lifting bags of stone and rocks and lumber and all this stuff. My body was aching, and you have to be on your feet for 8 hours a day. This is like a terrible thing, you know, a terrible thing to do when you're younger. But I think it's good because it's a learning experience, right? It gives you perspective of what the real world can be if you don't try and achieve something, right? Jobs are not at the bottom, as I said, they're 100% necessary, just like trade jobs, plumbers, electricians. Man, those trade jobs are like super lucrative now, right? Like, especially in North America, plumbers, electricians, and all that, because no one wants to do that anymore. Everyone wants like the IT office desk jobs, right? But yeah, good life experience, right? What was that? We were authorized to use the drink dispenser, but only for water. One day the manager drink in my, what's that, goblet? Is that like a cup? Oh, he drank from your cup just to make sure it wasn't Sprite. That night I came home and Googled for universities. Oh, wow. Well done. See, it gives you perspective, right? Like in the moment, those jobs, you know, it can be very helpful. They can help get, you know, save up some money to pay for, you know, tuition or whatever future career paths you want to pursue, right? So, you know, it's a good experience to have. But at the same time, once you realize, like, man, you don't want to do this for the rest of your life, it really forces you to take action and do something about it, right? And that's what's important. Yes, sorry, it is yeah, I figured you meant cup. I was like, goblet? Goblet? I was thinking of like Game of Thrones or something. That's pretty cool. That's interesting. If we viewed them as essential workers, which they are, those jobs would feel different to the... Yeah, they are essential workers, right? Because like, when everything was closed down except for essential businesses, all those fast food places were still open. Or at least they were here in Canada. It's just tough, right? It's tough to to judge, because maybe some people enjoy that line of work, right? Maybe some people enjoy, you know, lifting bags of soil and dirt and rocks and, you know, that all those things that I hated. Maybe someone else, you know, doesn't mind doing it, right? It's interesting, at least. Yeah, poor management is rough. That's an unfortunate thing about the workforce, especially if you get like a manager that's not very nice and considerate and just, you know, mean to you and just makes your life miserable. You know, it never ends up being good. I've had a couple experiences like that, but I feel like everyone has. You know, because some managers, they want to do their job the best of their abilities, and, you know, other managers, they just want to get the most work out of you that they can, right? It's all about their perspective. All right, guys, we made it 2 hours and a bit. I think I'm going to end the stream soon. That's pretty good. We went over some topics about growing a YouTube channel, but I think I'll call it for today. And I'll plan on doing the next stream maybe the first weekend of June. We'll try to do another one of these in maybe 2 weeks and see how it goes. All right, guys. I'm going to end the stream for today. Thanks to everyone who came by. Tina and Brian for moderating. And especially Brian for dropping the first super chat in the history of my live stream for $50, which still blows my mind. Brian, if you're still watching, thanks for everything that you've done in supporting the channel. I'll take a screenshot of this super chat. It's like history for me. But yeah, have a good day, Sadie. And Baptiste, thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it. Yeah, and you too. It was great talking to you as well. So we'll do it again, hopefully July 5th. So guys, have a good day, have a good weekend, and see you all next time. Peace.